Guys, our boy Wembanyama, he didn't win it, okay? He didn't win it. He played phenomenal, all right? He played phenomenally well. I thought that he was by far the best player on his team, but unfortunately, you know, he didn't make it happen. It's a win-win for us, and not for the reason that you might be thinking, okay? But big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video and this live stream, the entirety of this live stream. So big shout out to them. Link below in the description box if you guys want to check out BetUS. But let's go ahead and dive into this. So before we look at the stats of this game and I give you my overall thoughts and why I think it's a win-win, I really like this quote, okay? I really like this quote. So this was Victor Wembanyama, you know, a couple games ago when they went against Canada, and basically said, you know, what we all know of him already, right? We all had to realize our roles, our history, and the direction we want to take. We had 4 days. That's a lot of time to think and fix things. The players were dedicated to fixing everything. But this right here, we all had to realize our roles. I saw a few people during this game against Team USA in which they were like, Victor needs to be more aggressive, right? Oh, Victor needs the ball in his hands at all times. I did think that he should have been in the game. I think they took him out. I don't know if it was at the end of the first or the beginning of the second. I can't remember. A big chunk at the beginning of the game, I was actually in the gym, so how I was watching it, I wasn't able to like keep up exactly what time was what was going on. But they took him out, and I was like, I tweeted out immediately, like, no, he needs to be in the game. But not because, oh, I just want the ball in his hands and he just needs to be Kobe. Like, no. I just thought that overall, he was drawing a lot of attention, and as soon as he got out of the game, it started to look pretty ugly, right? It just looked really, really ugly. Playing Gobert was a mistake. I won't say playing Gobert was a mistake. I mean, you undoubtedly had to play him. I just thought early on in that game when they took Wemby out, I was like, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. But this right here, you just love that mindset from Wemby, and you know, he's going to have the capability of just taking over games for the Spurs. Don't get us wrong. But at the end of the day, he is a team player, and you know, you just need to build a team full of high IQ basketball players around him, and the Spurs will be quite successful. All right, so diving into the game itself, France was basically playing from behind the entire time. You can see here that it was a back and forth, which you would expect, you know, in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter, you know, they did okay, and then USA just kept it there the entire time. I tweeted out, and this was really my thoughts. I think some people think I was trolling. I mean, a little bit. I was trolling a little bit, but not with this. I basically said I really did believe that if it was 4 minutes left and it was a close game, that Wemby could pull it off. What the heck just popped up on my screen? That was scary. It was telling me something about computer being at risk. I don't know. My ears. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Where were we? It was like Norton security thing. I have no idea. My computer's fine. I don't know what that was. Calm virus. Yeah, I don't know. Clan getting hacked. Yeah, I just got hacked. I don't know. Anyways, so they were playing behind the entire game, and I thought that with 4 minutes left, if France was within 4 points, I thought Wemby could go ahead and take over. But unfortunately, that was not the case, and they couldn't do it. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the stats here, because that's what we care about, right? I said Wemby did well, but what does that mean, Clan? What does that mean? It means he did really well. So let's see. So Wembanyama, he went 11 for 19. And by the way, if you were watching the game, it didn't feel like he scored 26 points. Like it just didn't. I'll be honest with you. And maybe it just comes down to France playing such good team ball, or maybe it came down to the plethora of threes Wemby missed that it just felt as if he didn't get to 26 points. But he did. He basically was the team. Him and I can never say his name, but I do want the Spurs to sign him. Ubaseli? If I said it wrong, you guys can correct me in the chat. But yeah, those two went haywire. But you can see here, he didn't get to the free throw line much, which, you know, that was kind of ridiculous. He was literally bleeding from his neck. I don't know if you guys saw that. He had a crazy gash. My camera just flickered. Crazy gash on his neck. I was like, where the heck did that come from? Yeah, he should have been at the line more. Yabusele. Okay, thank you. Yabusele. No, somebody say Yabusele. Okay. All right, Yabusele. He did great. So yeah, just overall, he did a good job. No blocks from Wemby, which I was actually shocked by. Only 2 turnovers, a steal, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. But yeah, it was really tough. And not to mention, I saw someone in the chat say, I hate Steph Curry. Steph Curry went crazy at the end, dude. What the heck was that? It was 3 threes in a row. That last 3, I was just like, oh my goodness. He was double teamed. It was like, oh my goodness. He was not going to pass that ball. That was incredible. It was just only so much you can do there, you know? But, you know, when the game is on the backs of a 20-year-old Wemby and one other teammate, and Decolo did well as well. I always liked him, even when he played for the Spurs. I always liked him. But yeah. And another thing too, we all knew that the kryptonite for the French team was going to be the 3-pointers. So we were really just hoping that Wemby can knock down more. He could get hot, or they could really take advantage of their size with him and Gobert. But they kind of didn't. Rudy Gobert only played 12 minutes, in which he had 2 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Yeah, so that's how that went. All right. Fell in my chair when he hit that. Me too, dude. I was just like, oh my goodness. But we're going to take a quick break. Big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. And then I'll tell you why I think that this game actually was a WW, okay? A win-win for the Spurs.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
All right, guys, BetUS, link in my description box. You will receive 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. Just use the link in my description, and yeah, get yourself some money, man. Make yourself some money, all right? Make yourself some money. All right, let's go ahead and dive into why I think this is a win-win. So Wembanyama, he just did something incredible. This was by far the biggest game of his career, of his basketball career. By far. This is actually a big deal. I think a lot of people still have in their minds that, yeah, Team USA, they're just going to roll over everybody. It's easy selling. We have the best team in the world, which obviously we do. But at the end of the day, teams are getting better. This was not an easy road, okay? France going against Canada, a really good team, and then going against Germany was really tough to get here. And Wembanyama, while his stats didn't just wow you, if you watch the games, he definitely had an impact. And that's just how great he is. And when his back is against the wall and it's going for the gold, the fact that he led his team with 26 points. It's incredible at 20 years old. 11 for 19. You can't ask for more than that. Not to mention him going against the freaking Harlem Globetrotters of basketball. Like, what the heck? So he did a great job. And not only that, he had more points than the French team and Team USA. No, not Team USS. USA. So yeah, so he even had more points than Steph Curry, who had a phenomenal, end to that game. So I just want to say that's huge. It's huge for the experience. It's huge for him to be in that situation, and it's huge to see how he responded to adversity, because no one expected France to win, but they did not get steamrolled. They were in this game for a big proportion of it, and yeah, there's nothing for Wemby to be ashamed of, okay? At all. Nothing at all for him to be ashamed of. And, the other win of this whole thing is the fact that I mean, we did win. I mean, I was going for France, but Team USA did win. All right, they did win. Wemby went crazy. He did a great job. Yeah, that Wemby hezzy was pure gold. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Yeah, the Wemby hezzy was absolutely beautiful. You can't ask for more. No, I'm French, buddy. We lose. But you're a Spurs fan, right? Like, even though you lost, and I was going for Team USA because I wanted Wemby to win. But even though you lost, at the end of the day, good guy, can't speak. This is actually going to benefit the Spurs significantly. I think that, you know, the whole world was watching. Obviously, everyone knows how great Wemby is and is going to be. And a lot of these players that Team USA really relied on, we got to be real here, okay? Who they really relied on was LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. These guys are going to be gone. Now, it's going to be another player that comes through that you know, takes over. It's going to be great. But right now, at least we're thinking 4 years from now, there's not going to be another like Steph Curry around that time. I don't think there won't be another LeBron because the other LeBron will be playing for France. And then KD, you know, I'm assuming KD will be gone by then. So France will have an even better shot in 4 years. And teams are only getting better around the world, you know. Was a decent game to watch. It was a really good game. It genuinely was a good game. And let me just say this too. I don't like Joel Embiid. Okay, I've tried. I think the first couple years when he actually was able to play, because I know he came into the league injured. I really liked him. The type of player that I thought he was really tough. I thought that he was like a great defender. I thought that he was going to be one of those players that just like take over like Shaq, talk his stuff. But he is not, man. He searches for so many fouls. It makes me sick. He plays dirty. Yes, he plays dirty. And he plays dirty in that like innocent face dirty, you know? Like, oh, I was just being irrational with my movements. I didn't try to hurt you. It's like, no, dude, you play super dirty. I do not like Joel Embiid at all. I do not like Joel Embiid at all. Clint, go listen to what Richard said. Richard Jefferson? Okay, we'll get there. 26 points is crazy. I was so happy with the win for USA, but I was even happier that Wemby went off and showed the NBA that he is going to be a problem for years. I even bought his France jersey. How much was that? Wemby wants it. Yeah. Lesort is 28-2, I believe. How old is Yabusele? You guys know? Oh, he's 28. Okay. He up there? Okay. Yeah. He's almost as bad as Draymond. Oh, Embiid? Yeah, dude. Wemby's emotions there touched me, bro. Yeah, wasn't he talking to his that was his mom, right, that he was hugging at the end? She was crying. Bought the jersey for 110, but I'm sure it will be worth more years later. That's a good point. You got to get it signed. Yeah, it was his mom. Okay. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff nonetheless. So yeah, I just want to say, you know, while you know, Wemby lost, and you know, it's like it is what it is. Because I'm gonna go for the underdog a lot of times, right? Especially since Wemby's on that team, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go for the underdog. But at the end of the day, you know, I think this will benefit the Spurs significantly, and it's gonna help Wemby as well, because this was the biggest game of his career. It was definitely a playoff, maybe finals type atmosphere, how loud it was. And yeah, so, and I think that if this was actually a 7-game series, I mean, I still think France loses, but I mean, you might get 3-1, you know, or 4-1. Sorry, 4-1, maybe 4-2, possibly. Game 6, maybe. I don't know, but they played tough, man. France played really tough, and I don't think Wemby has anything to be ashamed of. Nothing to be ashamed of. That was louder than most finals, I'd say. Last year, finals wasn't that exciting. Wemby was just fine. He did great. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Once again, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this segment of the live stream. Good stuff. Great stuff, actually. Yeah.
This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.